Go ahead, no.
I'm Janice. This is my brother, Steve. He volunteered to bring me here because I have never been this far away from Central Florida yet when we moved here 7 years ago. And we wanted to see Artie, and we can see him right there.
You can see we have been in stable replenish for liquid oxygen.
All right, so it's August 29th, and at 8:33 upcoming this morning, we're going to have hopefully a launch of the SLS rocket with the Orion spacecraft. So we got to go for tanking earlier today, or earlier this morning, so hopefully it's all going well.
Well, we're in the middle of where things are happening, right? So we can see the rocket right from here. We're from Virginia. My name is Ram.
I'm Navneet.
And I'm Parvati.
We originally was going to come about 5 o'clock in the morning, but last night we thought, no, we can't miss anything. We need to get parked up. We found out about this place on the news, I think it was Spectrum News, and we said, let's go for it. Let's not go to bed. Let's just leave at like midnight and get here.
Kennedy said he was going to put a man on the moon, and they went to work at it. Thank goodness they did, because one of the products they developed during that moon program was Gore-Tex, and I have a Gore-Tex aorta, and so that was kind of a significant step in my history.
As we sit in the hold, the liquid hydrogen upper stage is in stop flow, as is the liquid hydrogen tank in the core stage.
Hydrogen leak. So it's one of the main things they're worried about happening, because you really don't know until you fill with cryogenic, hydrogen, and so it's once that happens, you've got to. There's only so many things you can do to fix it. So we'll see where we land on that.
It's a $4.1 billion project at this point. Yeah, $4.1 billion. You don't want that going up. So that's where we are for Artemis 1. The unmanned spaceship will not be going up today.
So we are here at the second attempt at a launch. Right there behind me is a platform out of focus. Let me rack it for you. There it is back there. That's it.
There's not very often you get a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you can relate for years and years and years, and this is one of those. I was at the Space Center for 23 years during the shuttle program.
And liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis on a mission to build, resupply, and to do research on the International Space Station.
And I tell people about it now who were younger and didn't get an opportunity to view some of that, and they're awed at what those experiences were. So I would imagine that this would be the same thing in 15 or 20 years. He'll be telling his kids about it.
Well, my father had always loved looking at the stars, and he passed away just prior to the first launch. But he loved looking at the stars, believed in everything that we were going to be doing with the space program. So he was really my inspiration.
This is Artemis Launch Control. Launch Director Charlie Blackwell Thompson just called a scrub. The team now going into the cutoff procedure after being unable to resolve a hydrogen leak.
So we used to learn through failure. Yeah. Now it's test, test, test. You don't fail. Yeah. You don't launch and hope for the best, and you're not learning through failure. You're trying to get everything perfect before.
I think it's our third time out here waiting for this to launch. And we've tried a number of times, but we've had some issues to get here, but including hurricanes, but we're getting there.
They reported that they had an issue to the NASA test director with their radar site. Later found out that that was actually a bad Ethernet switch. The range reported that they will swap out that bad switch, and they're currently working on that.
My dad, God bless him, yeah, he would have just been blown away.
Where's he at?
He's not with us anymore. He passed 6 years ago. But yeah, I've got. Do you know what though? I've got my lovely family, so I'm happy.
Yeah, my father, Mel Honeycutt. He was came to Florida to work the space program in about '61, and he supported the Mercury program.
At 2:19 a.m., to provide maximum daylight for search and recovery, the first Mercury rocket-boosted flight test vehicle was launched.
Well, I've been watching the rockets take off since I was 5 years old when the Mercury program started, and I've watched every single launch up until now on TV. So this one, I figure this is the biggest. I'm going to come and see it.
On behalf of all the men and women across our great nation who have worked to bring this hardware together to make this day possible, and for the Artemis generation, this is for you. At this time, I give you a go to resume count and launch Artemis 1.
All right, we're close. Less than 10 minutes. Doing well.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot riding on it, that's for sure.
It's the largest rocket. Has 8.8 million pounds of thrust. So it's going to be a spectacular, crazy launch.
And here we go. And hydrogen burn off the nose initiate.
I said, imagine if there was people going up, how you must feel. And we was like, well, my words was, you must be bricking it.
7, 6, 5, 4-stage engine start.
Kentucky, it was news, it was wonderful, but here it's like,
yeah. Wow. If you live in Florida or in Florida and you don't witness one of these, you're great. You're missing out. I mean, it's just it's that cool. You never thought it would be, but it brings the kid out in you again.
3, 2, 1. Boosters and engine